Hello everyone, we are back again today and we're gonna make another really easy recipe yet delicious, what I'm calling quarantine crisp. It's using up whatever frozen fruit you have in your freezer. I have some frozen cherries still from last cherry season, so we're coming up on a year. They need to be used, and I'm also trying to gut my freezer and use everything I have. I'm gonna start with a pound of cherries into a bowl. To that, we're gonna add 1/3 cup of granulated sugar, 2 tablespoons of cornstarch, juice from a lemon. I know it doesn't look quite like lemon juice, but it's Meyer lemon, so it's that orangey, delicious lemon. Teaspoon of vanilla extract. I am going to combine that, and we're going to do that first, then we're going to make our crumb. And the reason being is we want this to kind of sit and those flavors to marry and the sugars to melt down a little bit with the cornstarch. So I'm just going to stir that until it comes together and then set that off to the side. All right, now we are going to start with our crisp, the crunchy, crumbly topping that we're going to put on top of our cherries. So we're starting with 6 tablespoons of cold, unsalted butter, 1/3 cup of brown sugar, 1/3 cup of oats, 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt, and then I'm going to use baking mix. Now, if you don't have baking mix, no problem. You can make your own, and that's what I did here. This baking mix recipe is really easy. You can use it in substitution of all those commercial heavily processed ones. For every cup of flour, you add 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt, and 1 tablespoon of any neutral oil. So we're gonna do 3/4 cup of this baking mix in here. We're gonna mix this all up just to kind of break it up and get it nice and crumbly. I'm using oats in this because I want there to be texture. So I'm also not gonna worry about breaking down that butter too much. The more I break down the butter, the smoother and more biscuit-like the topping would be. But I want texture and I want some crunch. So this looks great to me. So my cherries went into the greased baking dish. I am now topping that with this crisp crumble we just made. And then 1/3 cup of sliced almonds right on the top. I love almonds with stone fruit. The flavors really pair nicely together, and cherries are a stone fruit, just like peaches or nectarines or plums, anything like that. So when you bake with those ingredients, keep in mind almonds are a really nice flavor pairing combination. So into the oven. Quarantine crisp baked for about 40 minutes on 375. Pulled it out of the oven, let it cool just a little bit, and now we're gonna taste it. The cherry and the almond are super great. I mean, it's like one of my favorite combinations. This is a hit. I would love this with some ice cream on top or a little whipped cream, but by itself ain't too bad, and I'm not mad. So cheers, I hope you try this. Let me know what you think.